Heyo, what's up everybody? MrKZO back at it with another episode of Tuesday Talkslop. I'm hoping that title kind of sticks and it stays fresh and nice, and hopefully it doesn't fall off in a week. But yeah, it's been a pretty active week. We're going to talk about the Iran war and its updates, Gypsy Crusader's win at Brand Risk Boxing, and some flesh simulator drama. And then we're going to take a look at the new upcoming game, Blight. But first and foremost, an update out of the Middle East. Apparently, there's a rumor that Netanyahu's dead, but I saw a post earlier from his account of him at a coffee shop drinking coffee, but then people are saying it's fake because when he picked up the coffee, it didn't spill. But then he posted another video today with his family, just saying he's not dead, but then everyone's like, oh my gosh, he's literally dead. There's no way he's not dead. This is crazy. Why is he posting videos of himself being alive? Wait, is he not? How is he alive? Wait, he must be dead. But I don't believe it until it's confirmed, but I don't really care. Iran is not backing down and is blowing up any ships that pass through the Strait of Hormuz. And while this is all happening, China seems to be gearing up to invade Taiwan. So, poggers. World's going super peaceful right now. Said the liar. Alright, that was cringe. Anywho, on to other news. The famous streamer Aiden Ross hosted his famous Brand Risk Boxing event. And there were many celebrities, e-celebrities, internet celebrities, who were rostered to fight. What's the guy's name? No Neck fought Blueface and just absolutely wiped the floor with him, which was, I think, a pretty unfair fight. But the co-main event besides Blueface and No Neck was Supah Hot Fire and Gypsy Crusader. And after many rounds in the ring, a vote was casted by the judges, and Gypsy Crusader came out on top with a slim win of 28 Super Hot and 29 Gypsy Crusader. And many fans were pissed. At this outcome. I think it was Playboy Max and then Your Age were super angry. But it was a pretty crazy fight. A lot of people were saying that the end of the third round was where Gypsy Crusader really was excelling. So let's check that out.
Come on, Supah. Beat him. 1 minute. Oh, shit. Beat him. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. He's about to get knocked down. I wish this was 5 rounds. Let him go. Oh, my God. Let him go. Gypsy's hurt. He is fucking Gypsy's hurt. Whooping his ass. Whooping his ass. No. Get that nigga. What are you doing? It's a method. Do this shit for Rodney King. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck the method. They're going to call it. Get it, Rodney King. He can't do that. Come on, Supah Hot. 30 seconds. He's so tired. He's done. Do it for your ancestors. Beat him. Do it for your ancestors. Do it for your ancestors. Beat him. Knock him out. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. What's your name, boy? What's your name, boy? 20 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, he was throwing haymakers. So, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should have Gypsy Crusader won the fight or lost it? Comment below. Moving forward, the famous YouTuber Flesh Simulator dropped his Izzat nuke, covering his week-long X-war he had with Noah, the communist fellow. He's been absolutely having this doxing war with. He was mentioned last week in my video covering the situation. Flesh Simulator did what he does best by following through with his words and old boying this Noah fellow. The peak of the video was Flesh Simulator green screen himself into this commie's childhood bedroom covered in blood. After which he goes on to describe the shift of political ideology framework of the online leftists and how that if someone shifts a degree from the hive mind that they are immediately met with a barrage of hate and outcasted because they did not fall in line with every single thing their entire hive mind agrees with. And you know, their entire online persona or online life is just brigaded with hate. Their families are doxxed, their families are sent death threats, their employers are sent death threats, and just for disagreeing with you on, let's say, cops shouldn't be killed or some other weird issue that people like to die on a hill on. Flesh Sim has been on the frontier of this war as a left-wing person himself who holds positions that they would deem reprehensible, such as questioning why so many homosexuals only adopt boys. He has been doing a great job at standing his ground against the horde of online freaks. Throw the 3 same insults at him because they only have half a brain. But yeah, that kind of sums up the situation we're dealing with here. I don't know if Flesh Sim made another account or this communist Noah fellow made an impersonating account. Flesh Sim's account on X is verified, and then there's another Flesh Sim that's not verified that's been posting some wild stuff. I don't know what's going. I have to get back with you guys on that one because I have to do some more research. I don't know if Flesh Sim is doing like some 5D chess thing or this commie is just still being, you know, annoying. But God bless you, Flesh Simulator. Keep up that great work. On a final note, there is a new PvE zombie game that looks absolutely incredible. It's called Blight. And this is the trailer.
Hi everyone, Ulrich here, Creative Director for Blight Survival. First off, on behalf of myself, Mats, Ash, and the team, thank you. Hitting 1.5 million wishlists is a massive milestone. We're incredibly grateful for your support. We're taking the time to make sure that it pays off when the moment comes to put Blight in your hands. When we teamed up with Behavior, we spent a lot of time digging into the original vision for Blight. It quickly became clear that if we wanted to truly do justice, we needed to take a step back and rebuild our core systems from the ground up.
We're designing Blight to be a brutal, visceral game. Combat is meant to be felt, from the first clash to the final deadly blow. These finishes are just one part of our immersive combat system that we can't wait to show you in the future. We've started ramping up on small-scale playtests, so for anyone who's interested in shaping the future of Blight, join us on Discord. Thank you from everyone here at the team of Blight, and we can't wait to see you soon.
Yeah, no wonder it got 1.5 mil wish list. The game looks intense and gruesome. As well as it being a PvE game, I am so happy to finally see that, because not all of us love PvP. You know, I like going out and fighting mobs because I suck at player versus player games, you know? I don't really enjoy having to fight mobs and people at the same time. It's just not poggers. That's why that's why I'm actually content with playing Arc Raiders. It's like the only extraction shooter I'll actually play, because I solo queue, and whenever I solo queue, I am met with super chill, super nice people. I just get to focus on fighting Ark. You know, sometimes there's that guy who I'm fighting Ark and then comes and, you know, downs me and then knocks me out. But, you know, that's like 1 in 10 games, so I don't get too pissed off. It's whatever. It's, you know, that's the game. But but Blight, man, that is like a breath of fresh air. I mean, breath of fresh rotting air for many. And I'm predicting it to actually be a huge success and have a huge player count day one. Unlike some of the recent games that have been released. Those guys over at Hayner Studio have been active in their creation of this game, and I'm super pumped and happy that the studio is doing so well, especially in the online environment of hostility towards these gaming companies. It truly is a relief to see some love and appreciation for hardworking devs, and I think that it's actually so refreshing to see a gaming company get praise instead of hate. Recently, some CEOs or some major game developers are talking smack about people who critique gaming companies, and the quote was like, "Oh, if you don't play the game, then just shut up." Well, I mean, dude, I don't have to play Concord or to be like, wow, that game sucked. I don't have to play High Guard to say, wow, that game sucked. And I don't have to play that 1348 medieval game to know it sucked. I can look at the numbers. I mean, there's just games that you can just look at the trailer, you can watch maybe an hour of gameplay, and you can just know it sucks. That doesn't mean, like, I don't have to, certain games you don't have to play to know they suck. Now, one game that, to take the opposite side, one game that I definitely know that you should play before saying it sucks was Doom Dark Ages. When that game dropped, a lot of people were hating on that game, but me, I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna try it out. And to be honest with you, I didn't even like old Doom games. I didn't play any Doom game. That was my first real Doom game, Doom Dark Ages. I played it and I streamed it on Twitch TV / MrKZO. But man, I had a great time playing Doom Dark Ages. It was very enjoyable. And then I posted I post my clips on Instagram at MrKZO. And some guy commented, "Yo, this game sucks." I'm like, "Did you play it?" He's like, "Dude, I don't need to play the game to know it's bad." I'm like, "All right, well, you're kind of an idiot for that, because I think the game's great." And I mean, the major thing that I saw people critiquing it for was that they don't have Mick Gordon on the soundtrack, but the guys, I forgot the band who did it, but they did great. Honestly, I loved the Doom Dark Ages soundtrack. It was one of my top listened albums of like last year. I absolutely loved that soundtrack. It was great. So I mean, that's just like another, like, I'm not trying to be like one side when I say, you know, game companies suck. They don't. You know, some game companies do suck, some game companies don't suck. Right now we're trying to watch to see the life of Marathon and see how that goes, because it lost like half its player base in like a week or something. I don't know. But it's mostly positive reviews on Steam, so that's pretty good looking. For the longevity of that game, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but still hasn't beat Arc Raiders. Yeah, and then recently Subnautica 2 just had to reinstate their previous CEO in a huge lawsuit. He got put back in command of the game's production and command of when the game drops, and as well as making sure that he has authority to, trying to find it. Yeah, okay, so that's what it says. Judge orders Subnautica 2 studio CEO fired by Krafton to be reinstated and gives him full control over early access Steam launch. Judge found that Krafton broke their agreement when they fired Gill and the co-founder last summer without good reason. Ted Gill is back as CEO, right away with full control of the studio. He has complete say over when and how Subnautica 2 launches in early access on Steam. Crafting cannot block him or interfere with the launch. The big bonus payment up to $250 million linked to the game's release and success is active until September 2026. That is insane. That is insane W's. A massive W for him. Yeah. So I think that wraps it up for the week. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and like the video. Hit the little bell notification so you can see when I drop my Starfield videos, when I drop my Tuesday Talkslop videos. And I think I had a little bit of an idea. I think I'm going to do a Saturday Unkslop Saturday game. And I got to find that meme where it was like Unkslop games, and it was like Deus Ex, the original one, and then like Fallout 1 and 2, and then like something else. I think I'm going to play Fallout 1 and 2 for some Unkslop Saturday. Let me know what you want me to talk about next week. God bless, and have a great week. Stay faithful, everybody. Bye-bye.